Welcome back. This subject right here is actually really close to my heart because it's not something that's rare. It's something that happens to a lot of men. It happens to a lot of men that because women do their research, they look you up. I used to lie and just tell girls, oh yeah, this is my Airbnb, but some females would be like, well, I've been here like 5 or 6 times with my friends for parties. Either you're renting this Airbnb forever or you're actually the owner. They size men up and they pick their targets based on the likelihood that he'll just settle out of court because he'd be too worried about his reputation being damaged. And we understand that the punishment is in the process. See, it's not always about being convicted in a court with a judge. Your entire life can be destroyed just in the court of public opinion. And that's what she tried to do to Tylil. This is extremely common. And a lot of men, we don't want to talk about it. We have been victims. This has happened to me multiple times. I've been a target. I've been a victim. And you can try your best to avoid it. Even getting married isn't a sure-proof plan that a woman won't make up an allegation against you just because she's mad, just because you rejected her, just because, well, I have a new girlfriend now. Oh, really? Play with me if you want to. I've gotten those threats. I have the threatening text messages. I've done stories. I've posted them online. I went public with it. Let the whole world know why you're mad at me. Let the whole world know what you're making up on me. There's been times where I had video of everything. The women, because there's no downside, there's no punishment, there's no consequences for false allegations, they still tried me anyway. But these women don't have foresight. They don't realize the fact that now I'm going to publicly expose that you tried to set me up and you lied on me. Your reputation is burnt for life. Because any man worth his weight in salt, after the first time you guys might have sex, he doesn't care about your past. He doesn't care about your present. He doesn't care about nothing going on with you. He just knows how you look and he wants some. But when it comes time to where you want to hold hands, you want to show up to my family's house with me on Christmas, you want to wear matched pajamas, it's getting a little serious. We starting to see each other a lot. It's a beautiful thing that we have social media in 2025 because we can look these women up. We can just look up, you know how they Google and look us up when they're trying to target us on who to make false allegations against, hoping that we'll just settle, give them some money and they go on about their way. Because I'm going to give you details of what happened to me. I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to tell you how much she demanded, what she said about me. Literally, I got a call from the police one time. Matter of fact, I've had to call police on multiple people who were arrested at my house. Arrested because they were rejected. Because I'll be honest, I have a history. I love bomb. But you see, at the time, I'm really in love. After the sex, I'm really no more in love. Do I not have the right to fall out of love? Do I got to stay in love forever? I hope not. Women don't got to stay in love forever. All of a sudden, women don't like you no more. It happens every day. I don't like the way you choose. I've seen a woman that she, in a no-fault divorce state, she divorced her ex because of how he used to breathe. I said, Jesus Christ, you don't even choose how you breathe. And he was breathing the same way before you got together. That's the scary part. So again, listening to the passion and emotion in his voice, it breaks my heart because, see, I'm in a different position. I own everything that I do for a living. I can't get fired. I remember, because I talk shit on the internet and I just speak my mind. I remember one time I got an email a few years ago from a person who thought a company that I owned, that I was an employee. And do you know this lady emailed me to complain about me and suggest that I fire me? That's the beautiful part. But see, a man like Tylil, he requires endorsements. These platforms must keep them. The allegations alone, they will fucking nuke you from orbit. And it would, like I said, the punishment is in the process until you can clear your name, which could be a year or two before you go to court or a settlement, or maybe she drops the charges because you paid her. Remember, they just want to get paid and they'll go away. So you're dragging this out with lawyers, and then you finally say, you know what? Let me just pay this woman, and then she drops the charges, and then all is well. And she tells you that's all you had to do in the first place. It's like they're training us to accept. They're training us to accept extortion, which is wrong. So let's listen to him. But again, the reason he's so emotional, you guys, because somebody sent me the video and they were like, if he's innocent, why is he crying? He's crying because, well, he's been extremely successful for a while. He's used to the fame and the money. It can all be taken away. He has a niece. He has a mother. He loves women. He would never harm a woman. He would never take nothing from a woman he would never sexually assault a woman. But a girl's mad at him because he didn't give her money. And they made the accusations because they want to punish you with the process. They know the police will come in and be their henchmen. The police will be their goons and rough you up, drag you up. And she just gets to sit back and let them handle your dirty work for free. And the only way you can get out of it is if you play nice with her and pay her. It's insane that this is actually allowed in this country. This is the new type of extortion because a lot of men have smartened up. We have passports. And I'll go as far as to say we don't want black women. Nobody does. Nobody. Have you seen the kind of men that want black women still? If you look at their quality and this, they're not even regular men. They've went through some shit, like the prison system. And they look at black women as a landing pad. So you see a lot of black women marrying the dudes that are in jail because men on the outside, if we have the choice, we are going. If you tell me, oh yeah, it's going to be lady night, it's going to be black women night at this club, we will find the exact polar opposite side of the city to be on that night. Not because of anything superficial, but because there's such a strong pattern of this behavior. But then we also see the manipulation from black women that are trying to convince you that it's not them that are dangerous, that are trying to set you up and get you. It's actually the white girls. The white women who they see as their mortal enemies and also their competition. I've never met a white woman that was ever competing with the black woman. They've never made those type of comments, but that's all I ever hear black women saying publicly. But it's really them. So they all accuse you of racism because you don't want to be around black women. You go to a music studio, they don't have sisters in the studios no more. You go to these events. You go to a club, they're not letting you into their section. A lot of clubs will just ban them. If you're in LA or if you're in certain cities and you try to come out, you a sister, they're not even letting you in the club. Not because they don't want to, but because the men who actually pay the fucking bills of the club, we spend our fucking money. We buy those bottles in those sections. It's too risky. They're always trying to make a video to expose you, to extort you. It's a part of the culture, mainly because they're in survival mode. They're in survival mode because, well, women have only survived throughout human history two ways. They attach themselves to a man by either getting him to marry her or letting him get her pregnant. So it's that alimony or the child support. And that's how women usually stay afloat. Men have been smartening up. I know a lot. My cousin just got a vasectomy. So you're not able to get pregnant by him anymore. So you're not going to be able to get money from him that way. You can't siphon resources with a child. So, okay. But he also, if he doesn't want to get you pregnant, he damn sure doesn't want to marry you. So you can't sue him for alimony. The only other way to get resources from a man when he won't give you a child or marriage is you have to accuse him of abuse. Physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, financial abuse. And then do you know the public will literally take that, and depending on who the man is, the darker you are, the softer a target you are. Because the public, for some reason, will believe anything a person says about a man, depending on how he looks. They're not, think about it. Leonardo DiCaprio's with all these beautiful young women. but the women doesn't have the entire white community behind them calling for his head. But in the black community, they'll get the entire black community to try to tear down one of their a man who's also black. But it's because people don't understand black people. See, in the black universe, once you get a certain amount of money, you're no longer black, you're white. I'll say it again. Once you get a certain amount of money as a black person, you're no longer black, you're white. Because in the culture, success is deemed as a hallmark of white supremacy. To be black is to be poor. To be black is to be gay. To be black is to be oppressed. To be black is to be inferior. That's what the culture believes. That's what the Breakfast Club and Ebro, that's what they feed the culture. Why do you think they're being canceled? We're tired of it. We're done with that. But in that culture, past a certain point, you're no longer black. So the black community is more than happy to tear you to shreds because they want to bring you back down. They don't want you up there doing better than them. You know, you give them a complex because they say to themselves, well, we all started off at the same point with the same handicap, being black. They feel that they're born with a handicap, being born black. So how is he over there and I'm over here? Am I the problem? Am I the issue? Is it my character and personality? No, it must be racism. It must be oppression. And that's what he's going to make me look bad. So fuck him, destroy him. And they pick up a torch around any witch hunt they can. If you look at Tylil, if you go on Twitter, and I was there this morning, I was going to do this. I was gonna do this story before the new evidence came out. It's just that I was too busy solving the MIT Brown case. The shooting case. Yeah, it wasn't an act of terrorism. It was a crime of passion. That was his ex-lover. Do you know they were in a relationship together? The professor that he killed, and then the guy that killed him, the killer. They were in a relationship together even in Portugal before they came to the US. And then they even went to the same school. They came to the United States together. They were a team. But even gay men understand that there's no future in that lifestyle. So one guy decided to stay gay. One guy decided just to be part-time gay. He went and got a wife, had kids. 20 years later, the gay person is miserable and unhappy because he has no family and no children. And the other guy is living his life. So one guy's suicidal. He doesn't want to die alone. He said, well, you're the reason. He probably blamed him for being gay. That comes with being effeminate as a man. No accountability. You blame everything and everyone, and you even blame the building. That's why he shot into the building at Brown, not because of those people in there, but because that was a classroom they used to share together. He shot the building. He wasn't trying to shoot the people. They were just unfortunate, collateral damage. So breaking that and being on live for hours with hundreds of people, I wasn't able to do this Tylil thing. But again, this is close to home. And I'll go into my own personal experiences too, which obviously is what I do. I mean, call me self-absorbed, but I have stories. I have a lot of stuff to talk about it. I'm transparent. You can talk to me about it. Ask me anything. So look, let's listen to him. Let's listen to the emotion in this man's voice. Whew. You got to think about it. When someone's threatening to take away everything, this isn't like going to jail. This isn't, you're getting hurt, you're going to the hospital. This is somebody that if the world believes it, if too many people believe you did this, they'll Jonathan Majors you. Remember Jonathan Majors? I do. I remember he was in Creed. I remember he was in Ant-Man, Marvel, the dude who had a million other dudes that looked just like him. An amazing role, Kang the Conqueror. Thank you. I see it in the comments. Appreciate it, Kang. One woman, he's on video running from this woman. He's running for like a mile, but the woman is chasing him. But when it's all said and done, she starts crying and claims that, well, yes, I was chasing him, and yes, I'm on video abusing him, but he abused me. Do you know, without any evidence, any proof, no conviction, nada, they dropped him from every fucking thing. This man had brand deals. This man had movie deals. This man had sequels. This man had, he was basically a, what's the other guy? Michael B. Jordan. He was like the next one. He's up and he's still a great actor. But that smear, even though he was cleared of the charges, she dropped everything. There was no proof, but the stain is on your name. You know, to this day, people still call Kobe a rapist because of a false allegation that was proven false. But they still call him that because people like to take anything they have against you and throw it at you in your face first chance they get. It's unfortunate, a part of the nature. It comes with jealousy and envy. That's why certain people, they get to a certain point in life and they build a compound and they just keep everyone away from them because people hate you because of your success. So listen, they need to build a brand new jail to put this woman under. But this woman did more harm to herself than she ever did to Tylil, because in 10 years, she is still going to be a risk and no one's going to take it. So let's listen to his evidence breakdown for today, and we'll go into how it explains where we are and why he's innocent. He proved himself. He saved himself. And this is another lesson to the men. Don't have phone conversations over the phone verbally. Make her text you. Keep everything in black and white. You're on the up and up, right? You don't have an ulterior motive. She does. That's why she doesn't want you to put her on camera. Oh, Rico, I'm not going to your house if you're going to be recording everything. Well, then don't go to my fucking house. Rules are rules. I've been saved by my videos when I was going to be up the river without a fucking paddle. I was saved by my own videos. Trust nobody. Trust no one. Believe no one. At the end of the day, men, no one likes you. No one loves you. Your mother, maybe, and your dogs. Everybody else is just trying to see how they can come up off of you. Assume everyone is guilty until proven innocent. That's the best way to go about life. You're not a judge. You're not in the legal system. Flip it. Everyone is out to get you until they prove otherwise. Never forget that.
I've never had a one-night stand in my life.
What is a one-night stand?
Like after the party type shit.
She said, I've never had a one-night stand in my life. And he's like, what do you mean a one-night stand? So she's already setting up the play. The thing is, she just didn't know she was being recorded. Masterful foresight. He learned from all of Chris Brown's mistakes. You know, Chris Brown is a famous celebrity. If he would have pulled his phone out and been recording all these girls, they wouldn't have got an attitude and left. They would have stayed still, but guess what they wouldn't have done? Been able to lie on him, because it's your word versus her word. If there's no video and there's no witnesses and this is you and her by yourselves, you're screwed, because it's your word versus her word, except her word has tears behind it. You're cooked. So this man was masterful. He was smart.
That's what we said.
Did we just have one like that?
No. As long as we cool about, that's not one night stand.
Mm-hmm.
I said, as long as we speak about it, it's not one night stand.
Apparently she's bringing up that he has a girlfriend, and she's upset now because, well, after the sex is over, he's just basically like, okay, I'm gonna call you an Uber to go home. But she wants more than that. She knows that he has money. She knows who he is. She wants her cut. She's selling it. But it's not like she went into the situation with a menu like, hey, here you go. You know, you go to the club, they give you a bottle menu. This is what you get for this amount of money. She didn't tell him that. She just assumed that he was a trick. She doesn't understand that he's too young for that. He's not in his 50s. He's not bald and short and gray. Why would he just give you money for sex? Like, but As of now, it's you're getting pleasure, I'm getting pleasure. We're kind of evenly killed here. I'm actually popping too. So why would I? That doesn't make any sense to him. But she doesn't see it that way. She sees him as a client, a customer that's basically running off without paying for their meal. She's seeing him as a dine and dasher. She doesn't see him as a person. And that's what you're going to learn in this breakdown. Do me a favor. If you like my takes and you appreciate this type of content, because I talk about everything: politics, relationships, geopolitics, finance. I talk about myself, a lot of stuff. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. I do this content all day, every day. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's a couple of hundred people already in here right now. We just got on live. This is a great audience. I appreciate the comments. I'm going to read them out loud afterwards. But please subscribe and stay tuned in. I do these video breakdowns all the time. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of my content is going to be male empowerment. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am a liberal or that I am an ally. I'm neither one of those. I've watched men become victimized for so many years that I've decided to take a stand on the unpopular side, which is defending men, explaining men, understanding men, because I've known too many good men that have been destroyed, and I won't allow to see it anymore. I'm sorry. If a lot of people do things because they want to get the favor of women, I'm past that point. I don't care whoever gets mad. There's other women who will like you regardless. You don't even have to pander anymore because the world's your oyster. We have passports now. We don't got to kiss ass. You don't have to trick. You don't have to get extorted. They can't extort you in another country. They can't rob you or destroy reputation of the country. They don't even use social media. So I'll be honest with you, this behavior is an American woman thing. It doesn't really matter race. Now, there is a higher probability of a woman from a certain race is going to be the person because everybody's a gamble, but the odds are just way worse or way further from being in your favor with certain women than other women. That's just the facts. So that's how we're basing this. We're basing it off of the numbers. We're not basing it off of emotion. I'm not an emotional person. I'm a Capricorn. My birthday's in like a week and a half. I don't feel anything. I have literally I don't have any feelings about anything at all. I'm just going off of the numbers. I'm a pragmatist. I'm grounded. I'm based. Well, let's go back to Tylil. Enough about me, right?
Any day after tomorrow.
That's one piece of evidence. After a while, Jourdin wanted to leave. So what did Tylil James do? I got her an Uber, a Toyota. Jourdin left the hotel room. Jourdin came back when she realized it was a Toyota. She banged on the door and demanded a black truck.
I swear to God, I've literally had that happen before. Called a woman in Uber. She's leaving my house. She's with her girlfriend. I'm dating her girlfriend. She just brought her friend with her. We're all out. The girl I'm dealing with was getting in the Uber. Her friend stopped and said, "No, I want a black SUV." Literally came back banging on my door. Literally trying to demand that I call them another Uber. Bitch, the Uber is going, it's just like somebody saying, "I want to ride in the front seat." The black car is going the same place as the little Mazda SUV that I just ordered. They're going the same place. I'm not, but it's a $100 and something difference. I live in Tanglewood. They were going to River Oaks. It would have went from a $16 Uber to a $168 Uber. I'm not paying an extra $150 because your friend wants to pretend that she's living the life of luxury and make some little TikTok snaps while she's in the fucking car. Are you insane? Literally was banging on my door 4:35 a.m. Now, by this time, once Rico goes to bed, once me and my dogs get into bed, I'm asleep. I'm not waking up. But, I've seen this happen. And people will start making threats when they don't get their way. Watch.
Her words verbatimly after she demanded a black truck was, do I look like the type of bitch to ride in a Toyota? Get me a black truck. Me being a gentleman, I got her a black truck. Boom. December 7th, 2025 at 8:04 a.m., chat.
Look at this. He buckled and actually canceled the other Uber, called her a black Uber that's like 10 times more expensive, and the broad still lied on him and tried to destroy his world. There is no negotiation. Listen, what did my guy Bush say? I remember, I like George Bush Jr. now. What Bush Jr. say? We don't negotiate with terrorists. That's a terrorist threat. I'm going to destroy your life if you don't do what I tell you to do. That's terrorism. That's a terrorist threat. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Get a passport.
I got Jourdin, a Uber.
And if you don't want to get a passport, get a snow bunny, get a little spicy little tamale or something, but maybe get some sushi, but leave the ribs alone. We leave it. We putting down the ribs and the greens. We not dealing with that.
Remember, Jourdin is a victim now. She claimed she was sexually assaulted. So you trying to get away from me as fast as possible. So if I call you a Toyota, a fucking scooter, a Red, you're trying to get away from me as fast as possible. It shouldn't matter what car you get home in. And
listen, he is absolutely right. When one of those girls, I went on live and I went over this story. It happened to me in Michigan years ago, and she had attacked me in my house. She had broke in, and she was so deranged and insane. She broke in at like 1 PM while I was dropping off somebody else. She showed up to my house, because I kind of ghosted her. We're done. We got it in, we got it out. That's the end of the relationship, And she didn't like girls. I like girls, like girls. So what I'm gonna do? Get cussed out for cheating? This isn't gonna work anyway. I'm gonna look at a girl and you're gonna look at me. Instead of I like girls and we both are looking at her. That way nobody can get an attitude. And anyway, when she broke into my house, she tries to fight me. She grabs me because she was a strong ass chick. I run upstairs. She runs back to my computer. It gave me about 45 seconds. She had her overnight bag in front of my house, in front of my front door. Like she was planning on staying the night. Like I invited her. She broke in. Nobody invited you. So I opened up the front door. I took her bag like in a cartoon. I threw it in the front and I jumped in the closet behind my front door. She comes upstairs looking for me to fight some more. She sees the front door open in her overnight bag. So she thinks I'm outside. She runs outside to fight. I jump out the closet, slam the door and lock it. She's trying to break back in. I got the video. She's punching the stained glass window because there was like a see-through stained panel on next to my front door. She's punching it bare knuckle. When she called the police, she tried to say the same thing. Oh, he attacked me. He tried to rape me. I'm like, at noon? Who rapes at 1 AM? I thought rape took place in alleys or in Gotham City. I had no idea that people were accusing people of doing stuff in the middle of the goddamn day when you drove to that person. But the key point the police were saying when it came up with the case with the lawyers, prosecutor, they're like, well, if he was attacking you and you were running for your life, why is there a video of you trying to break back in? Now, I can see if I had her purse and her keys. Remember, I threw her purse and overnight bag outside the door. So she had her keys to her car. She had her purse. Decided that she didn't want to get as far away from me as possible and run and get help. She wanted to get back in because guess what? Nobody did nothing to her. Women just don't handle rejection well. That's what it comes down to. So I've been through that. That's why this hits so close to home. But remember, there's nothing new under the sun. This is not new. NBA players, NFL players, actors, rappers, comedians. We all go through this. This is a man dealing with women thing. And we don't all want to marry every woman we have sex with. I'm sorry. We just don't. We don't trust you guys. We know too much about you. I went to your Facebook. You want to be in a relationship with me? I didn't care a goddamn thing about your past until you try to talk to me about something serious. Okay, let me go to your social media. Ooh, 6 years ago, 2 abortions in 1 year. Oh, yeah, you were dating that guy that just got out of jail. and then you accused him of being gay. Ooh, 4 years ago, you went on a rampage in Old Town Scottsdale. I see that. I see that. Yeah, see, I know what you did last summer. No, I'm not going to marry you. I'll have sex with you, though, because I'm shallow and you're pretty. You wear these little tight outfits. You got the tatas. You got the cheeks. That looks great. But I'm not marrying a girl who goes out in public wearing go-go dancer gear. I'll be honest. Men, we want to sleep with women that look like that, but we want our wife at home to be Amish, plain Jane, wearing long dresses, doesn't care to leave the house. She's just obsessed with taking care of kids and cooking. That's what we like. We don't, but we'll sleep with the other stuff, but we need an Amish wife at home. So that's why you're going to see a breakdown too. We're just not marrying these women anymore. That feminism stuff destroyed them. I gotta get. I'm gonna start a website called Amish Anonymous for regular people who want to date Amish women.
At 8:07 a.m. At 8:07 a.m., Tylil James called Jourdin a black truck. Look at the payment right there. Black SUV. Fare 16.7 miles. $132.89. Tylil James called her Uber. Jourdin got home at 8:40 a.m. Oh my God, look who Jourdin texted on my. She trying to fucking set it up. At 9:10 a.m., after Jourdin arrived home out of her black truck at 8:40 a.m., please follow me. She texted to one of my friends, hey, Tylil has my phone. I'm on the way to get it back. ...
She's literally messaging his friend saying that Tylil has her phone, but she's texting him from her phone. She wants to get back to him. She wants more, but she wants her payment too. He just sent her on her way. She wants more than that. I guess maybe, you think about it. She's on a phone call with her girls, maybe one of her other hoe friends, and they're telling her, girl, you didn't get nothing from that. He played you. You better make sure you get yours or you're going to look like a fool. Now they're going to make fun of you, call you a pass around, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. Let me get him. After she gets home, now she's asking for somebody to call her a car. Somebody got to call me a car back home now. Like, what does that mean? He's already at home.
I was all the way home too. My friend said, LOL, okay. Somebody got to call me a car back home now. Okay, let me go back. Hold on. Look, 9:10 a.m. Sunday. But what does this say? Jourdin, hold on. Let's talk our tea right now. Your Uber got to your house that Tylil put you in at 8:40 a.m. Not only did Jourdin allow my name and come to the internet and speak and make a false allegation about me, he said I try to blackmail her. Jourdin, I try to blackmail you, Jourdin. 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 Jourdin sent me Jourdin requested 2,000 and then in the note it said, "Don't play with me."
Wow. This ghetto bullshit. Because that's what all the ghetto girls say. Oh, you're playing with me. You playing in my face and all that bullshit. Yeah. Oh, you're playing with me. Even though he sent her a black car Uber to get home. But she's trying to get back to his house now, I guess, because he turned off his phone or he went to bed. He's at home. He left and went home too. See, this happened at a hotel. He wasn't dumb enough to bring her to his crib. Took her to a hotel, took her to a telly. I have friends that only do that. Me, I'm like this. I'm not running from shit. If I think she's that much of a risk, I'm not messing with her at all. I'm not taking her to a hotel. I'm not taking her to my friend's house. If I can't bring her to my place, then I don't want her. And then also, I'm recording everything anyway. So in my opinion, it's inconsequential, the location. But I don't live with my baby mama. I don't live with my wife. I don't live with my mother. I live alone. Got my own spot. So you can come to my house, but I record everything. That's just me. I mean, I stream everything. My life's pretty much broadcast like 24/7 most of the time. So, but immediately after she gets home, after the sex, after she can't reach him, she sends him a fucking money request. That means he didn't offer her any money. This wasn't him saying, let me pay you for your services, because he would have just gave her the money before she left. This is after the fact, after she thought about it, after somebody got in her ear and convinced her, she sent him a request for $2,000. Wait, was it 2 or 12? Let me see.
Extort me, gang. Black everything. She's lying on me, bro. And Jourdin came on the internet and said she has messages, but she deleted them. Guess what?
She says, I don't know if you texted me or not, but my phone is clipped. I can't see or do nothing. So apparently she still has her phone, and she's saying, oh, maybe you didn't hit me up because my phone is damaged or whatever. But I can't see or do anything, but yet you can text me. And then she puts a upside down smiley face, and then she sends him a meme that says what?
Jourdin texts me right here. She said, what you doing? Jourdin sends a question mark. I don't know if you text me or not, but my phone is clipped. I can't see or do nothing.
Now, notice that she had texted him and he doesn't reply. So he in a way, she's mad, pretending she thinks he ghosted her. He might have, or he just might have been fucking asleep. He just got done knocking down this pretty little sister, you know, a pretty little Nubian queen. And she's trying to run his pockets now, which is insane. And she says this.
Jourdin sent me on December 8th at 12:01. This is in the noon. Jourdin sent me a upside down smiling face. After she sent the upside down smiling face, she sent the Zelle request. Let me show y'all. Then she sends the Zelle request at 12:19 p.m. After she sends the Zelle request, she realized I was not paying it. Once Jourdin realized I was not paying it, Jourdin sent me this. You see this meme right here? Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. So once Jourdin realized I was not paying,
me giving him his last warning, basically pay me or else. Chat, that is the exact verbatim definition of extortion. She literally tried to extort him. She even sent him a threatening meme saying, me giving him his last warning before I show him really who I really am. See, in her mind, she has a false sense that women can just wield the hand of law enforcement and attack any man they want to with using the police on their behalf. Oh, for real? You caught your boyfriend cheating? Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cry, go to a police station, accuse you of abuse, accuse you of assault, and I'm gonna have you get arrested, and you're gonna have to bond out of jail, pay fines, go to court. Now you got to be nice to her and hope she doesn't go in there and try to testify against you. This is how it works. Men just weren't smart enough to use social media to defend themselves until now, because I'll be honest, this is embarrassing. Even if he's cleared of of course he's cleared of it, but people are still going to remember it. It's not going to be as bad as it would be for Chris Brown, because this man was smart enough to address it instantly. He instantly brought the receipts and proved she was lying. So his reputation is not going to be harmed, but other men, you know, we clam up. We don't want to argue. We don't want to deal with it. We're just hoping it's going to go away. See, I made a big deal about it. I had got a threatening request for $3,000. And I was like, what's this for? And basically she was saying, oh, because you played me. I was with the girl I was dating at the time and her friend, and this other chick that I used to mess with had hit me, called me. What are you doing tonight? Nothing. And I'm drinking, so I'm in a good mood. I'm like, nothing. You can just come by. You can come by. I mean, my girl's here, but they know I like girls. So if you want to come by and hang out, you're more than welcome. She comes by the house. We're all drinking and hanging out. She's trying to get me to come downstairs. She's downstairs. I walk in the room. I have it all on video. She's literally trying to seduce me. She's on my bed, flicking the bean. And I got all the footage. But I'm also high and drunk at the time. So, and I got company upstairs. I don't want to disappear for too long. Anyway, I'm trying to convince the girls to come downstairs. I'm like, come down. They come down, they come in the room. They like girls too. They see her on the bed. So my little chick goes over there, starts messing with her. But then I'm lit. Her friend goes back upstairs. I never mess with her friend. So I'm like, I'm gonna leave them two down here. I'm gonna go try to talk to the friend. Cause that's just Rico. I like, Nunu, you can't compete with Nunu. You're old. We've already done this a bunch of times. You and my girl. But your friend is brand spanking new. And she was giving me the eye at the club. So, I go upstairs with her. I'm lit. Anyway, my girl ends up coming back upstairs. Old girl gets an attitude, takes off. She texts me 2 days later, and she's like, hey, your friend, when she was downstairs messing with me, she did something like she bit me or she was really rough. And now my vagina's swollen and I had to go to a doctor, and they're saying that there was like some kind of damage, and my insurance deductible is 5 or 6,000. So how about this? We're gonna just split it. You send me 5,000, or no, you send me 3,000. I'm gonna pay 3,000, and then I got to pay my medical bills. I was like, well, how about I don't send you shit? What the fuck's that got to do with me? How am I involved? How am I liable? They're grown. You're grown. It nothing to do with me. Oh, really? We're going to see about that. Bruh, do you know this girl looked up my address and sent me my name and was like, oh, for real, this is your name? This is, oh, really? So this is your last name? Oh, I see that you own a house here and you own property here. Oh, I see you live in this state and that state. And she's just like reading my entire public records profile to me. But this is not my first time at the rodeo, baby. I don't give a fuck. You can read all that. Don't forget, the flash was on. I record everything. So she sends me another threatening message just like this, letting me know I'm going to end up saying this about you, and it's going to cost you more than the 3,000 I'm telling you to get a lawyer to fight the case. She's believing that you can just unilaterally make accusations against someone without evidence or proof, and the courts are just, because I'm dark, because I'm Cuban, that the courts are just going to send the police. They're going to kick a pothole in my ass, choke me, beat me, grab me by my curl, and sling me all around. That's not how it works. The police are not your own personal military that you can just sick on men who reject you, on ex-boyfriends. We didn't even have sex that night. So there wasn't no kits or anything you could get that say Rico did this. That's not there. But do you think she cared? No, because she was like, the pain is in the punishment. And what if he's secretly a public figure somewhere and he don't want this to get out, so he's just going to send me the bread? Man, I don't give a shit. You can say whatever you want to about Big Rico, man. I'm not on nobody's show. I have my own show. I'm not depending on anybody to, keep me employed. That's not the case. Talk about me. The point is, I don't respond to terrorists. People like Rico, it's a small amount of money. If she would have the next day woke up and said, Rico, this just happened. My car broke down. I couldn't pay my rent. I take care of my brother, because I guess she had to take care of her brother. And I would have been like, you know what? Yeah, no, I'll send you. You need to borrow something? I got you. I would have sent it to her if she would have came at me like that. But the whole extortion angle of trying to rob me and trying to force me to do something, because out of fear that you're going to say something and lie about me, fear you're trying to get me in trouble, that's not happening. I'd rather just go, let's go to court. Let's just go fight it out, because I'll be damned. Because think about it. If somebody can make that allegation about you once, they can make it about you again in the future and they can just keep holding it over your head. Who wants to live like that? I know I don't. So It got that far. She was that confident that she could destroy my life if I don't send her $3,000. She was a pretty dark-skinned chick, but you know what's crazy? It's like I'm now starting to remember. I've hung out with her at least 5, 10 times, but there was always this other girl who I was talking to that was with her. That's her friend. This is her friend. Matter of fact, her friend that I deal with was with her, but something came up and she had to leave. So let me see here. She was also with her when she came over that night and brought her, but something came up. So she had to take off. So I went from me having 4 girls at my house to me just having 3. But when she left, she was like, oh no, I want to stay. I want to hang out. I'm drinking. There's girls here. She also gay. So she stays. And, you know, to this day, I'm always wondering, like, did you know your friend was trash like that and you just didn't tell me? Like, you know, and me and her used to be close. And I'm like, you let your friend who you know is a scumbag, a scammer, a liar, you're gonna leave her with me alone? Because I hadn't really been with her by myself, but she left her at my house with me and my other friends. And you know, I remember she was telling me some stories before. We were hanging out a bunch of times, and she's like, yeah, I got all these men that give me money. I got a guy in South Africa right now. He sends me thousands. And she called this guy. You could tell he was like an older dude, and he has a South African accent. He's in South Africa, but he comes to Texas, you know, and I was like, oh, so you're a sugar baby. You got like sugar babies. That's good. Yeah, I'm all out of sugar. You got to go to the neighbor's house for sugar. I don't have it. And they will go after you. They will try you. But as a man, you got to make sure you have your ducks in a row and always have your evidence like he did.
In her 2000, she sends me this. You shouldn't do this to anybody. Once again, Jourdin said she deleted all of our text messages. And Jourdin also said she was sexually assaulted, which is false. Don't let this world get to your head and you lose your moral compass. Because at the end of the day, we all have to deal with God. And if you know something made me feel a certain way, instead of trying to throw rocks and hide your hands, you should have fixed it immediately. And this could have been swept under the rug.
This could have been swept under the rug. What could have been swept under the fucking rug? That me and you smashed? She brings up, let me see here. Don't let this world get to your head and you lose your moral compass, because at the end of the day, we all have to deal with God. And if you know something made me feel a certain way, instead of trying to throw rocks and hide your hand, you should have fixed it immediately. Fix it by giving you money. So that's the fix to everything. Extortion. If you're a man and you have an IQ over 65, you better never collab with her. You better never invite her. If somebody shows up, a hot girl, if a hot girl shows up to your event or to your party, you better not even fucking think about being shallow. If she shows up and that's her +1, if this is their friend, you kick them all out. I don't care if it's just going to be you and the boys. People are going to say it's a sausage fest. You're better off a sausage fest than inviting scoundrels, scumbag, lying, thieving. You're better off doing a sausage night with the boys than ever letting any people like this come around you, ever.
Now your girl found out the type of man that you are. She should have known that's nobody's fault but yours. I always walk in love, and I wish you.
Look at what she said. It could have been swept under the rug. She put, don't be mad. And then this is the other part of the manipulation. Because remember, she knows he's cheating. Your girl found out the type of man that you are. She should have been known that's nobody's fault but yours. Because think about it. Now this girl is already making the lies and accusation against him. And his girl's going to find out he cheated. See, they get a lot of men with the extortion because a lot of men are married. And if you're caught cheating, you're going to have to pay the wife. You're going to have to pay her a lot. She can sue you. It's a thing with marriage. Infidelity is big. And she literally threatened him, but she doesn't realize he's like 20 something years old. He's not fucking married. So all the games and what she was taught and trained how to do, it only works on older married men in certain positions. It's not going to work on somebody like this, but she just burnt herself. Nobody. Now she could change her name, but she's going to have to move to a different country. She's burnt in the United States. That name, Jourdin Pauline, is over. She's going to have to be JoJo Paul. She'll have to be something else. But and even if she changes her hair, people eventually will figure out who she is. She's going to try to hide her identity going forward. That's the only way she's going to be able to suck her men to being around her. And even that's not going to work for long.
And her the best, no bullshit. God bless you too. Jourdin is a sexual assault victim, but said this all sexual assault could have been all swept under the rug. If you had chosen integrity from the start, the situation would have never escalated. The reaction you're facing now is a consequence of your choices, not mine. Your girlfriend seeing your action isn't my fault. I've never lied to anything in life. If I wanted drama, I would have ignored your call and gone straight to social media. But that's not who I am. Jourdin, you went straight to social media with lies.
Yeah, she went directly to social media. She literally started threatening him instantly. Yeah, she just literally, she's so young and dumb. She's so new to being a criminal scammer that she doesn't even know exactly what she's doing. She just thinks she does. You know, a lot of these women, you can't tell them anything anyway, so they're not going to listen. They're not going to learn. They're just acting off of emotion and what they've seen on movies, but they're wrong. That's not how it works in real life, baby. That's not how it works.
Ground it up in a powder.
That's insane. But he's not the first and he won't be the last. As a man, you have to make sure if you're going to be in the arena where you deal with women, you're going to have to make sure you have your evidence, record everything. Don't talk on the phone. Make everyone text you so everything is in black and white. Make sure if she's inebriated or if she's drunk or if she's anything, kick her out. Don't buy her drinks. Let her buy her own drinks. And if she drinks too much, get rid of her. If she's lit while you're at the club, leave her at the club. You're not her dad. You're not a security guard. It's not your responsibility to make sure she makes it home. Don't take her to your home. Leave her where she's at. She's a big girl. She's grown. She can call her own Uber and find her way home. It's better than you being thirsty, trying to say, well, I'm going to just make sure she's okay. She comes sleep at my house. You put her in a car. She's lit, fucked up. You get to your place. You put her in your bed and you go to the couch. And the next day she wakes up and looks around and still says, did we do anything last night? And then now she's saying, I feel sore. You're like, no, baby, I slept in the living room. You took my bed. I was just trying to be a gentleman. Yeah, she gonna gentleman your ass straight to jail because guess what you didn't do? Record nothing. Guess what else you didn't do? Make sure she texted you and confirmed that she had a great night and I appreciate you. And guess what else you screwed up on? You didn't bring your girlfriend or another woman with you so that you could have a witness to everything. Now it's your word versus her word, and you just cooked yourself. Now, if you watch this video and you watch my content and this still happens to you, well, then you're basically just trying to self-emulate. You're trying to burn your own self up. You take this advice, you hold on to it, you never forget, you never compromise. I don't care how good she looks. If she says, well, I'm not hanging out with you if you're going to be recording everything, and then guess what? Send her the fuck home. You're better off being safe with a 2 than taking a risk on a 10. Like and subscribe, share the video. If you're watching me on YouTube, if you're watching me on X or Twitter, come over to the YouTube channel, The Single Boyfriend. Follow the page, subscribe to the page, like the video. I'm live right now if you're watching this. I appreciate all the support. I'm going to go through the comments. I know everybody has a lot to say. I'm going to upload this video and post it, and it'll come back on in a few hours, and then we can talk about it. I mean, this is an important conversation between men. Men need to have this conversation. Men need to speak to each other. I'm going to be doing a panel in a few weeks, and I'm going to be inviting on a few solid men to talk about this topic right here and how to avoid it. The best way to do, in our opinion, is to just not participate anymore. Don't date. Don't go to clubs. Don't approach women. If you're living in the United States, just leave women alone here. Get a passport. Save up your money. You go down there once or twice every other month, have a good time, have a girlfriend down there, have a group of girlfriends down there, have your fun there. You come back here to the United States and you work. You don't get anybody pregnant here. You don't get married here. And you do this until the laws in this country change, where men cannot be targeted, men cannot be hunted, men cannot be persecuted, men cannot be legally extorted. Until these laws change, until marriage laws change and family court laws change, you only start families and deal with women outside of the country. Because if you do it here in the US, you're going to lose everything. He almost lost everything. Shout out to Tylil. Congratulations on your victory. I'm proud of you, my brother, because there's no way she can refute this. You wrote everything down and it's all on the internet. So there doesn't even need to be no hearing. They can read this themselves. They can watch the whole thing break down. And you got all the paperwork. All she has is verbal conjecture. You have the receipts and the proof. You won. Like and subscribe, share the video, tune in. I mean, there's hundreds of people in here. A lot of people are on X and Twitter. Please come over to YouTube, like the page, The Single Boyfriend, or The Single Boyfriend on TikTok. Follow me on there as well. I'll be back shortly, and I'll have another topic for you guys. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. This has been a really big live. Thank you very much. I'll see you again shortly. Cheers. America first and America only.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.